Hello, this is Michelle on the Moonbay channel with special guest Moon Lambo.
Yes, apparently my channel has been hijacked. But you know what? I'm not that mad about it.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead, run the show.
I appreciate you building all those subs for me.
Yeah, it's just for you. Thank you, Moonbay.
My plan worked out.
I think they want to hear you more than me anyways. You had universal praise just about in the last video based on the comments, so.
Maybe. But anything new can be good, so.
Very good. Well, in this video, there are a few things we're going to discuss here. We've got some more XRP whale activity, getting all aquatic. I want to talk to you about the idea of XRP being backed by gold. That came up in a Twitter thread recently. And then we've got Bitcoin creator Craig Wright, who's allegedly Satoshi Nakamoto. Yeah, he thinks that as a result of a ruling, there's going to be a massive Bitcoin dump. Craig Wright is not the creator of Bitcoin, but it's fun stuff to cover anyway. Before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Moonbay, go ahead and subscribe to the Moonbay channel. It's a good time.
Oh, we should let them know. I did make good on my promise yesterday,
yes,
so thank you for all those likes.
Yeah, for those that didn't hear the last video, my lovely Moonbay Michelle, she surprised me. I didn't know we were recording. She said, hey, if this video gets 300 likes, taking Moon Lambo out for dinner. And she did. She did. We got over 300 likes. We got a lot more, actually. We had like twice as many as normal for the amount of views.
Something last time I looked.
Yeah, something like that. So thank you. I got me a free meal. That's good. That was good. No, we went out to, what was the place called? Roast, right?
Roast, yes. Very good.
Yeah.
Highly recommended if in Detroit.
Yeah, we're in Detroit here still. And we're probably going to get kicked out. Just in case you hear knocking on the door, we are currently past our welcome here at the Motor City Hotel. So if somebody starts to knock on the door, then we may have to stop prematurely. So we will just hope that doesn't happen here. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and hop into some content here. And, I pulled up some pictures I was going to show you from last night. Let's do that first here real quick.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I just sent out this tweet. So this is us last night in Detroit, just taking a little vacation. We were up here for a friend's wedding on Saturday. And so here's right before Moonbay took out Moon Lambo. There we go. Looking all fancy and stuff before we went out. And look at this. Isn't she beautiful? I'm a lucky guy.
That's very sweet.
I'm aware of this. And yeah, there's some scalps. We got some sea creatures up in our mouth regions. It's good times. And there we are. And there we are at dinner. Can I point something out, by the way? Look at us. I have big teeth. I think big teeth are attractive. Michelle has bigger teeth than me. Can I point that out? You have some gigantic chompers. Very attractive.
I don't
Look
know.
at this. Look at this. Look at this picture. I'm going to zoom in here. Look at these chompers here. I'm telling you, it's very attractive. Anyway, though.
I can thank my mom. We have the exact same teeth.
Yeah.
Shape, everything.
Yeah. Of course, then again, we think that we look the same too. Like, look at our facial features here. So, really, when I say that you're very good looking, I'm really complimenting myself as well. Look at the cheeks and the teeth. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and just onto the content.
I am keeping the pace here.
Yeah,
for you guys.
That's because you're afraid that we're going to get kicked out of here as a recording, which actually, again, might happen. We were definitely past when we were supposed to have left here. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want some more Moonbay, I think that I've convinced her to coming on with some amount of regularity. What did you say? You might come on like once a week or something? Or?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Okay.
I do work full time, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be taking her out to dinner. She just got a new job recently.
I did.
Yeah, I can't give out too many specifics, but she is a CFO. Prestigious. So, yeah, we're going to be going out again soon anyway. So check this out. Here's a piece, ambcrypto.com. XRP worth over $4 million moved as whales continue to wake up from dormancy. Like they're cicadas or something. Anyway, with Bitcoin maintaining its value above the $10,000 mark, the cryptocurrency market saw a surge in the number of transactions between unknown wallets. Despite the sideways movement of the market, movement of capital between users and wallets continued to surge. The most recent of significant whale transfers involves XRP, yet another sign of how Ripple's partnership with MoneyGram may have awakened the XRP whales from their dormancy. Whale Alert, one of the web's more popular cryptocurrency transaction trackers, shared news of the transfer of 17.9 million XRP between wallets over its official Twitter handle. And so again, it says here, transferred from Ripple to unknown wallet. Man, it would be fascinating because I'll tell you what, there's been a flurry of activity. It seems like every other day there's some sort of new news piece about XRP getting moved from Ripple to some unknown wallet. More noticeable than it had been previously, and it does always make me wonder, where is this actually going and what is the purpose? Of course, as we know, it's just Ripple dumping and flooding the market, right? No, I'm kidding. That's not what they're doing. This transaction was carried out over Ripple blockchain, they mean XRP, and was deemed successful. The transaction happened in 12 drops between Ripple's wallet address, and that's a bunch of gibberish, so I'm not going to read it, and wallet address, another bunch of gibberish, with a fee of 0.000012 XRP, which is essentially free. Isn't it cheap to move XRP on the XRP ledger? With a timestamp of 17/19/11 UTC 26 August 2019. The block, we don't care about the block. It is evident from the most recent and previous XRP transactions that XRP whales have become active as the larger cryptocurrency market continues to go on a wild roller coaster ride, with Ripple's price showing few positive signs above the 26-cent support. Such significant whale movements may eventually trigger a significant price movement. And volume, guys, volume actually does matter. A lot of times it can signal that something could happen to the positive, but when I say that, I'm more so thinking what's happening specifically on exchanges. You know, it's like activity begets more activity, essentially. But as we're recording today, the market cap's around 268 billion. You got Bitcoin at 10,182, and XRP is just a hair below 28 cents. And it's fun to record this. I mentioned this in a recent video, but I will love to look back at some of these YouTube videos in like 5 or 10 years and just reminisce about the times when XRP used to be 27 cents, before the rest of the world decided, yes, this asset class is indeed here to stay. It's certainly not going away.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to look back and think, how did anyone buy anything before cryptocurrency? One day we may be saying that.
When it's actually used as money one day, yeah.
Yeah, efficiently and expensively, I mean.
Let me ask you this. What is the Moonbay sell strategy? At what point do you think, I mean, we've talked about this in the past, but it's been a while, and I remember probably over a year ago, we sat down and we started, do you remember this? We like started coming up with like an Excel spreadsheet of like sell prices and stuff. Do you remember that? And then we were like, we don't think we're going to be able to stick to this. I'm not so sure.
It'll ebb and flow.
So I guess kind of like what we're just going to decide selling strategy on the fly, because some people advise mapping it out. And we kind of tried that. I don't know. What do you think?
I think a little bit of instinct will be helpful there.
I suppose so.
Yeah. But also, I can't reveal how much XRP I have, because then I'll never know if you're with me for my money.
That's right. Okay. Thank you, Moonbay. I'm there for the money, yes. That is why we're here. But I'll tell you this. I am definitely never going to sell all of my XRP just because it's too much fun tracking this anyway. But I'll be willing to divest myself of some of that at some point in the future, but it could be a while for me, at least. I'm not so sure. But you know, when you sell, does that mean that you're going to take me out to more dinners because you're going to be your money bags?
Yeah, very, very much.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think those dinners will turn into very exotic vacations.
Oh, okay. So we're going to up it. All right.
Up the ante, yeah.
So are you going to surprise me with something here if we get a certain number of likes and you're going to do another awesome thing for me?
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but now we know that your highest likes was actually like 1,000.
Yeah,
I was looking
looking
at older
that.
videos, so we'd have to get over 1,000
Oh,
likes.
so we'd have to have a whole new time. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we can make a wager.
Well, I mean, we can think about it.
Something a little more interesting than dinner.
I suppose.
A trip.
Somebody's mind's getting dirty out there. I tell you.
We'll say a vacation to somewhere warm.
Wow.
Tropical vacation.
On Moonbay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you'd have to get over 1,000 likes.
They're gonna start to think that like you're running this relationship here. Like I don't do anything for you. I swear, I take my moon bay out all the time.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
So it was very appreciated when she surprised me yesterday with that. That was very nice. But, here, let me pull up the next thing I wanted to cover here. So this was a Twitter thread. And it was started by, and it's real short, I'm only going to read a couple of these, so, by Tony Valentino. And it was a retweet of something, I'm not really going to get into it, it just had to do with an old article, I think it's from the 80s, about, here's the title, Get Ready for a World Currency. So anyway, Tony Valentino retweeted this and it stated, I just can't see any backing by a basket of national currencies. This won't bring any real value to XRP. From what I've heard, they will back it with gold. This is how trust and confidence is regained. And who is they? Just governments at large, perhaps? Galgatron had a thought on this, and I wanted to share it with you because it's in line with mine.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. The ridiculous notion of backing XRP with gold makes as much sense as backing platinum with gold. Platinum has its own value. It's not a gold coupon. Same for XRP. It has its own value. It's not a gold stablecoin.
You have an awesome voice. I just want to have you read everything, and then I'll just say the things I need to say. I'll just let you read everything. We're a good team here. So the idea of backing XRP, this concept has been bandied about a fair bit lately on Twitter, and no, the answer is no. So part of the reason that XRP is genuinely useful, especially that Ripple intends to position XRP to be utilized as a bridge currency for cross-border payments, specifically settlement, of course, is because it eliminates the issue of trust. Trust is no longer required. So if XRP is to be backed by something, it's kind of like, who is backing it, and how does that eliminate the market value? Because understand that the value of XRP, when we're talking about it having a value of almost 28 cents, that's because humans have decided currently, today, that is what XRP is actually worth, not backed by anything. And so whether you backed it with a fiat currency or if you back it with gold, that makes it fundamentally useless, because then you have to trust whoever it is that is backing it, which recreates the friction that we're experiencing today with the correspondent banking system. It absolutely solves nothing. So that's why when people say stuff like this, I'm like, no, this is the secret sauce. This is the reason that you can completely, fundamentally transform the way in which money is converted from one fiat to another fiat. It's the way money's moved around the world. You completely can revolutionize it. And you're just kind of ruining it if you did that. But again, I don't even know what that would look like. So when people say things like XRP could be backed by gold or it could be backed by a fiat currency, I'm not sure that they've even really thought through what that looks like, because you'd have to eliminate the genuine market value of XRP as well. And my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is not going to happen. XRP market price is here to stay, and no government or anything else can really take that away. There is no government that has control over that. People are valuing XRP at what they want to value it at. It's an exciting new asset class indeed here. Let me move on to the next piece now. And this is from dailyhodl.com, titled, Self-Proclaimed Satoshi Says Court Ruling Against Him Could Trigger $1 billion Bitcoin Dump. And Michelle, you're up to bat here because you have the most soothing voice on the entire planet, or at least on this channel. It's better mine. Yeah, right here.
Okay. A judge has ordered self-proclaimed Satoshi Nakamoto to turn over half of his pre-2014 Bitcoin holdings to Dave Kleiman's estate. The court also ordered Wright to hand over intellectual property associated with the cryptocurrency software.
Oh, now I'm going. She's waving at me, so now I'm reading. Ira Kleiman, the brother of... Did I say Kleiman? Ira Kleiman, the brother of the deceased tech entrepreneur who Wright says was involved in the creation of Bitcoin, claims Wright abused a complex multi-year partnership to misappropriate over 1 million Bitcoin, a sum worth roughly $10 billion, which represents half of Wright's holdings. Wright isn't entitled to a jury trial, nor is he allowed to oppose the order according to Monday's ruling. However, he can appeal. Oh, poor Satoshi Nakamoto. You can go ahead, Michelle. You want to read this part here?
Just wrap it up.
We're such a team.
The case was heard in the Southern District of Florida by United States Magistrate Judge Bruce E. Reinhart, who reportedly did not issue an opinion on Wright's claims to be Satoshi. The case is not completely concluded, and procedural issues like collection still need to be finalized. In a phone interview with Modern Consensus, shortly after the ruling on Monday, Wright says he now has, quote, no choice but to hand over $5 billion in BTC, end quote.
Yeah, I want to know, is anybody out there that's listening, does anybody actually think that Craig Wright is Satoshi Nakamoto? You can actually find some fringe people that do, but I'm just curious, is there anybody listening to, because this is an XRP-centric channel, maybe it's a different type of crowd, does anybody actually believe that is the case? Here's another quote. The judge won't rule on whether I'm Satoshi, but the partnership is. So when Dave Kleiman passed, the partnership transferred to IRA. BSV, it won't be affected, but the judge ordered me to send just under 500,000 Bitcoin over to IRA. Let's see what it does to the market. I wouldn't have tanked the market. I'm nice. Yeah, tanking the market indeed. They might have to convince IRA not to dump it. I can't convince him not to dump it. IRA has to do what IRA has to do, and it wouldn't have been me, and I don't need it. He does. According to Wright, Kleiman will have to sell around $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to pay Florida's 40% estate tax on inheritances over $11.18 million. And that was astonishing to me. I didn't realize that Florida was that aggressive on estate tax. At least it's over a high amount like that, but I know with them not even having a state income tax, I was kind of surprised to see that. Nonetheless, regardless of your stance on that, that's a lot of Skrilla's going down. So here's a quote.
It's a good
here.
Revenue generator. A lot of retirees in Florida.
Indeed, that's right. The villages. Remember those commercials? The retirement community? They were like endless when you were growing up. Anyway, IRA doesn't actually need it, but he wants it. Everyone might want to start praying because I complied with courts that might get scary really, really quickly. The courts ruled that IRA inherited the $5 billion. Now he has to pay estate tax on that if he wants it. Everyone makes me look like a mean a-hole. I might have been a prick, but I was the prick who was withholding. I could have tanked the market any time in the last 10 years and ran away laughing. I didn't. Okay, so in theory, this is going to tank the market. So this is all going to be sold on exchanges. Even if that happens, the market will correct. It would be a temporary blip. It wouldn't destroy the essence of Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency asset class, and thus it doesn't really fundamentally matter, especially if you're one of the hodlers out there. I don't think it particularly matters at all. What do you think? And then the piece concludes stating, during the court case, Wright claimed he couldn't produce a list of all his early Bitcoin addresses because he entrusted his former partner Kleiman, who died in 2013, with a critical piece of information. Without it, Wright said he couldn't access the addresses. So there you go. You can let us know what you think below. That's thank you much for watching. That's the last piece of content we actually had for this. I would like to state, okay, because they're actually we got to mention this. All the comments below in the last video, we read every single one of them, and thank you so much. Many of them are quite flattering towards my Moonbase, so thank you.
Yeah,
there are a couple highly inappropriate ones, but I guess there's always going to be a little bit of that, but we laughed anyway. We have a sense of humor. And for all of those that noted that I am, quote, goofy, yes, and I assure you that Michelle is as well. She's just hiding it right now because she hasn't broken out of her bay shell yet, but she will in due time. You keep listening. And I think every time we do one of these videos, I'll just have to probably put a picture of her up in the thumbnail so that you know it's actually a Moonbay channel video for that particular instance. Maybe we could do something like that. But she gonna break out that shell. I'm telling you, she's rolling her eyes at me. She knows it though. She's silly. Anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
So Michelle, did you have any thoughts on any of the stuff that we covered here? I may have hogged it too much. And again, this is the Moonbay channel on any of this. Or did you have any other last minute things you want to say, or anything non-crypto related? Maybe you want to tell them about how much we enjoyed the pizza we got the other night. Maybe you want to talk about that.
Oh, we should say, if you're ever in Detroit, check out Pizza Popolis.
Yeah, actually, you know what's funny?
Very good deep dish pizza.
We came to Detroit to get Chicago-style pizza. Something's wrong with us. But it was really great pizza. It actually was. Pizza Popolis.
It spoke to us.
It did. It really did. It's good stuff.
So what's the wager for this video?
Oh, do you have something in mind?
We don't have to do one of those every video. It's just kind of fun. It
encourages
people to.
It sounds like I'm going to get stuff out of this. So hey, I can't say no. If you want to pop something on me here, surprise me, then that's
okay. We'll just set the bar a little higher. So if you do get the most likes, which I think would be something like 1,100,
Is that what it was?
on this video.
Okay. Okay.
It was over 1,000 on one of your videos. I
Oh,
think.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
We will go on a trip somewhere warm.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Okay. That sounds delightful.
Somewhere warm.
Okay. And then if we don't, then do I owe you something or something? Or, like, if I don't hit the likes?
No, that encourages people not to like.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. That's a good point. Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. I appreciate that. But, okay. Well, that sounds like a deal. Should we just wrap this up? We didn't get kicked out of the room yet, so that's good. We're actually really nervous because as we're recording this, it's coming up on 1 p.m. Local Detroit time here. And we were supposed to be out a while ago, but we're just sitting here recording a video for YouTube.
I guess I'll just say thank you again for all the comments, and I plan to respond today as we're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
All the ones I couldn't get to yesterday.
She was responding. I handed her my phone so that she could respond from my account. So if it says Moon Bay, it really is her responding. And she sat there. Well, we got a couple drinks at a bar, Grand Trunk Pub, nice little place, and in downtown Detroit. And we just sat there, and she was just like frantically going through these, and she responded to like 20, and then she's like, "Oh, is that most of them?" I was like, "Oh my God, that's like a fifth of them or something like that." So she promises she's going to get to all of them. We'll see if she can hold up to that. But no, we really do appreciate all the kind comments. We just I'm running this channel for fun, and I really appreciate all the kind comments about my lovely Moon Bay here, and it is fun having her on here. So as long as you guys enjoy it as well, which you seem to almost universally, I'm happy to do a video, whether it's whatever the schedule is. It doesn't have to be perfectly set in stone, but even if it's just every week or so, I have a good time with it, and I think Michelle likes it too. So
yeah, and you're still going to focus on content. It's not going to become a lifestyle.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that.
Of our life channel.
That's why I think that I'm going to have to put something in the thumbnail set, because obviously the format's different when the two of us are sitting here, and that needs to be acknowledged. So I'm going to have to put something in the thumbnail or the title so that people know this one's different, in case there's actually a percentage of people that are like, no, I don't want that. Which is that's fine if somebody actually doesn't like it. But as of tomorrow, we should be back to the regular schedule. This is the last day of our vacay. We're going to be trekking back home to an undisclosed Midwest location I have not divulged. But we'll be back to the regular schedule tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
sounds good.
there won't be any Moon Bay tomorrow. But when she wants to get back in a video, then she will let me know.
Yeah.
Make sure we can do it sooner than later.
Yeah. So I guess I'll wrap it up.
Yep.
We are not financial advisors.
Oh, here we go.
Anything we have said should not be considered financial advice.
That was redundant. She's rolling around. I'm sorry.
Then you can...
Don't want to be that. No, I'm sorry. You're doing a great job. I'm sorry. I don't mean to discourage you. Please
Investing in cryptocurrency is inherently risky. You should always do your research before investing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And, well, actually, are we going to do the until next time? You had a new catchy Moon Bay tagline.
Sure.
Crypto Sapiens.
No, yeah, I think...
Did you say stay classy? Like from Anchorman? Like, stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what it was? Will Ferrell's
I'm just joking around.
Last time she signed off by saying...
Stay classy, Crypto Sapiens.
There we go. Unless you want to. Actually...
I think you should wrap it up with your saying.
Are you sure? Because you're the one that came up with the tagline at the end. So I say this thing and it's stupid, but we think it's funny. Like, to us, things that are stupid are funny. So I would say, until next time, to the moon land. But Michelle came up with that. For those of you that don't know, the reason I say that is Michelle came up with it, and we think stupid stuff is funny. So would you like to end it, given that you did come... In fact, you came up with a Moon Lambo name. So, you've contributed so much to the channel, so I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Here it is.
So then, until next time, to the Moon Lambo!